My audience, I really wanted to understand what is the difference between QA and QC.
So actually,
Ownership is getting very important term, right? Okay, if you don't have ownership or you are not putting enough passion into the work, the quality of that work may not be the great.
got an opportunity with Sun Pharma. So this plant was having a challenge of the warning letter. I took the challenge and then worked hand in hand with the existing team as well as the consultants.
I think you have decades of experience being a microbiologist to a quality head. So seems like whenever plant is in trouble, you have been called. Welcome to the Voices of Pharma. Today, we are joined by Mr. Mahesh Saini, the General Manager Quality at Napod Life Sciences. Mahesh began his career in microbiology, but soon found his passion in a pharmaceutical. Working with the top companies like USV, Cipla, Mylan, and Sun Pharma. In this conversation, he shares how he took on one of the toughest challenges of his career, helping Sun Pharma recover from an FDA warning letter, a story of leadership under pressure. We also break down key pharma terms, QA, QC, FDA warning letters, and what they mean in a real-world situation. Mahesh opens up about becoming a problem solver during the rigid challenges, and his strong belief that pharma professionals must plan well, set clear priorities, and take full accountability of their work. It's powerful conversation filled with the real lessons on ownership and leadership. So let's dive into my conversation with Mr. Mahesh Saini. Mahesh, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for taking out the time for us. So, to start with, of course, our audience is always looking for the experience. I think you have decades of experience being a microbiologist to a quality head. I think let's start with how you started your career as a microbiologist and now move to the pharma.
Yeah, sure. So it's very interesting journey.
Yeah.
So I'm postgraduate in microbiology.
Yeah.
And as of now have 2 decades of experience.
Wonderful.
So I started as a microbiologist. So I passed out my post graduation from MDS University Ajmer
Okay.
University campus with the first grade, and then I was trying to go for a lectureship as a professor and maybe doing the PhD like that. So that was the plan, and I joined even one of the college, and I was teaching UG and PG classes.
Okay.
So then
So you started your career as
a lecturer.
Wow.
And then I came to contact with one of the industrialists actually, and then he shared his journey that he was a professor, and then he'll end up into the industry, and he with his thought like we can more contribute into the human life if we are coming into the industry, we can utilize our theoretical knowledge. So he was also a microbiologist, and then he told that today I'm impacting the life of so many people actually. I'm in the profession of making the medicines. So I got impressed with that, and I also joined the industry as a microbiologist.
Okay.
So because as PG in microbiology, I set up this plant laboratory for the micro and the QC, and then I got opportunity into some other organization, and there was opportunity for this as a QC part. So because I was expert into the microbiology, I thought that okay, let us expand into quality control chemical part as well. So I got a good exposure there, and then I was searching for more responsibilities and more knowledge. So then I thought that what is happening in QA, let us join QA as well. So then I'll end up into the QA, and QA it is the main function which is at the forefront of all the regulatory inspections or making the systems, handling the non-compliances, day-to-day troubleshootings, and ensuring the patient compliance. So it was interesting journey, and then I joined into Orchid Chemicals and Pharmaceuticals in 2007.
Okay.
So earlier I started with the phyto extracts company. Then I went into the biotech company,
Right.
where we were manufacturing some protein molecules and insulins,
Right.
growth hormones as well. And then Orchid was a chemical industry, so it was a active pharmaceutical ingredient,
Correct.
which is a the initial stage of making a formulation.
Correct.
So we are using it as a raw material.
Okay.
So I got experience into the QA in the different sections like IP QA, validations, QMS. Then I already had a knowledge of QC and microbiology. Then I got an opportunity into Cipla in Indore, and it was a new plant where I got good opportunity to learn from right from the start of the plant, conception to the commissioning qualifications, and then filing into the regulatory markets.
Right.
So with that experience, then there was a pre-approval inspections and successful commercializations. Then I got opportunity with Mylan Laboratories, which is MNC, US MNC, and the company was having the FDA warning letter at that time. So again, there was a working with the consultants from the US, and like a Quantic, then there was a Lackman consultants, and we worked hand in hand, and the warning letter was remediated. So with that, there was another facility which was being developed, which is a complex injectable facility. So I was leading that facility along with supporting to the existing facility.
Correct.
So after Mylan, I got an opportunity with Sun Pharma in somewhere Feb 2017.
Okay.
So this plant was having a challenge of the warning letter. So I was interviewed by the quality head, and there was a question that we are facing this challenge. Why you want to join us? Then I told that, sir, I'm having experience into the remediation of this, so I can utilize my knowledge. I can help you.
Wonderful.
And I joined that team, though it was a challenge, and upfrontly mentioned by the the recruiter as well. But I took the challenge, and then worked hand in hand with the existing team as well as the consultants. So there was a no manufacturing happening at that time in the impacted plant, because what happens in warning letter, the site is in the tremendous pressure, and we need to correct the things, then only we can produce on that site. Otherwise we are put into the FDA ban list.
Right.
We cannot produce and send that product to the US market. So there was a consultant sitting at the plant, and they were reviewing the document, and then only the batch was released. So we took a remediation there, which included the refurbishing of the plant equipments, strengthening the QMS systems, change controls, handling the investigations. So I worked as a trainer as well, considering my experience of the lectureship. I took that challenge and trained our investigators and the quality approvers for the quality of the investigation.
Correct.
Couple of products we were facing challenge with respect to the quality, and they were dropped from the manufacturing part. So we collaborated with our R&D team, and with R&D team we renovated some of the methodologies, and we brought the products back with some enhancements, and these products were relaunched. Then we had a commitment for setting up the new facilities, because the old facilities were having some concerns. So again I utilized my knowledge of setting up the new facility, and I was given a challenge of one of the plant, which is a Harman plant, and it was a state of art plant where we utilized the cutting edge technology like isolators and kind of systems, and we in the time bound manner erected that plant, commissioned, qualified, and took the exhibit batches, submitted to the FDA. After that, there was another plant was facing the challenge, which was we called it as a PMB, and it was again a good plant, and having the robotics as well as the isolator systems. So it was a plant in plant concept. There were the multiple plant inside the plant.
Okay.
So I took that challenge, and after Sun Pharma, I got an opportunity to the abroad, where I am currently working. So here I am managing two plants. one is two plants are there. One is oncology, other one is a general. So in general, it's a total injectable. Oncology, it has got injectable as well as OST.
Wow.
Drug formulations.
So you are doing complete quality.
Yeah, I'm leading complete quality QA QC in microbiology.
Wonderful.
And with a team of around 170 plus persons.
Wow.
Yeah. So here we had a challenge with respect to the EU approvals, and we were mostly dealing into the domestic market only. So with my skill and experience and with the team's effort, we were successful to get the EU approval and a couple of important approvals like Anvisa, Envima, and a few other countries.
So seems like whenever plant is in trouble, you have been called.
It's taking a challenge actually, though it is a grave situation, and sometimes people are not interested to join that kind of situation. But if really we want to take a challenge,
That's
we
really
should take
wonderful.
that.
I think it's one of the leadership lesson you have demonstrate here by getting into the grave situation and taking the company out of the grave situation.
That is the real challenge. Else, anybody can work into the running situation or the smooth situation.
I really wanted to come back to this experience, ki how you have taken out the organization from the grave situation and make it on the production. But while introducing you talked about QA, you talk about QC. For my audience, I really wanted to understand what is the difference between QA and QC.
So actually, QA is a it's a what is there in the pharmaceuticals. We need to ensure the quality of the product, and there are some set of the conditions which is called as a GMP, good manufacturing practice, because we cannot test the drug product 100%.
Correct.
Otherwise, nothing will come out. Correct. Because we will use all the product we are manufacturing, we'll use in the testing. So there is no meaning of the manufacturing. So we are testing some of some random quantities, and that has also got a rationale that initial some vials we need to take, then and some vials we need to take, and in the in between vials we need to go strategically, and it will be a stratified sampling. So it represents the entire batch, but still again it's a couple of units we are tested. So then how to test the entire batch we are producing? There are the millions of the vials or the tablets are being produced.
Correct.
So we cannot test everything. So we need to maintain some set of the conditions which is given by the regulatory bodies, and they are expecting us to comply it.
Correct.
In that compliance, these conditions are called as the GMP practices. We need to follow it. So QA is a unit actually who is leading, creating the quality system.
Okay.
Right. Then who is monitoring it, and who is handling the inspections, and doing the gap analysis, and taking the corrective actions into that. Correct. Giving suggestions for day-to-day handling of the problems with respect to the regulatory regulations. Following that, QC, it is part of the quality system, which is kind of the operational things actually. And when the product is being manufactured, it is sampled by the QA, and then it is sent to the QC for the testing part.
Okay.
So it's a testing. One part is a manufacturing, then the other part is a testing. Okay. So QC is testing, then QA is verifying the QC as well for their records, whether they are contemporaneous, they are correct, they are complete, they are adequate enough, and they are in compliance with to the well-dated conditions, in compliance to the regulatory agencies.
Right.
So it's a kind of things, and the quality is entire encompassing QA QC. QC has got two parts actually. It's a chemical and the microbiology.
Right.
So it's a quality is the entire.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. You also talked about warning letters. I think there is a lot of buzz around warning letters. Once organization get a warning letter, I have seen the stock goes up, stock goes down.
Yeah. It impacts a lot.
So what is this all about, warning letters?
So as we discussed, there are the regulations made by the different regulatory agencies, the bodies who are ensuring that the medicinal products their country is using, they are of adequate quality, and patient can rely on them. There is no unwanted effect of that, and they're getting the adequate treatment they are expecting from that medicine. So if we are not, then there is a set of conditions like a GMP. We have discussed GMP and GLP, and there is a documentation requisite GDP, distribution practices.
Yeah.
So if we are not meeting that, though FDA is coming, or maybe the other agencies, they have got some schedule to certify us. Initially, they will come to the facility, they will visit, they see how we are manufacturing, how we are testing, and how the documentation is provided to them to ensure it. So it can happen, at the start, then they certify us, and then there are the surveillance inspections as well. So they evaluate us, they inspect us whether we are following whatever we have registered with them in our documents, what you submitted to the agency.
Correct.
So if we are not meeting the requirements, then the regulatory agencies has got a different kind of citation procedures at there, and like a US FDA, they called it as a Form 483. So if they observe something which is not in compliance, they will put it as a observation into this particular form.
Okay.
It is called as a Form 483.
Yeah.
So then the manufacturing site gets time to comply that and revert back it to the FDA with the compliance part, taking the corrective and preventive actions against the discrepancy observed. And then the FDA evaluates it, and if it found satisfactory, they will provide us the approval. So it can be in the form of approval, or it can be, if it is not found satisfactory, they will issue the warning letter, which is warning to the site that they need to comply it, and the expectations FDA is expecting with them. So if warning letter is not even, see, it is a kind of thing that you have given some kappa, some improvement plan, but the FDA seems that it is not adequate. It is not as per the expectations. In that case, they will issue the alert, FDA alert will be there. So in that case, we will not be able to send our consignment to that particular country.
Yeah.
They will stop at their border itself.
Correct.
So it is an import alert they are receiving. If still it is not resolved, and there is something fishy, or which is a challenge to the patient life, actually they will go for the consent decree, right, which is a kind of the law actually, and a punishment to the manufacturers.
Correct.
So there are kind of serious actions they are taking.
Right. So it's basically step by step.
Step by step.
So warning letter is basically where you have been warned that you are not following the process.
Yes. And you need to act on that.
Okay. You need to act on that, and you need to give a response to the issuers.
They are sharing their evaluation whether we are fitting into the requirements.
Wonderful. So Mahesh, you also talked about you always being a crisis management person, right? So for our audience, I really wanted to understand a couple of experience of yours. So while getting into such kind of sinking ship, and then you are saving that ship completely, how that experience would?
It is not only me actually; it is a team who is doing that, and there is a management, correct, of the organization actually.
Correct.
So who is listening us? What we are doing is that we are just navigating the things. So what we are doing is that we are reading it line by line, and we are understanding the requirement, and the past experience working with the regulators.
Correct.
Understanding their mind, reading their mind actually. What is the actual expectation? Help us.
Okay, can you share one of the memory, some story?
Okay. As part of my working with the Cipla, so we used to work with the consultants like Dr. Venjil. Who is a famous name in the pharma. He comes from the various regulatory agencies like MCC South Africa, then WHO pre-qualification program. He is also trained by the US FDA, and then there were the other consultants as well. Even in Mylan as well, we had a Lackman consultants. In Cipla also we had a Lackman consultants. So there was a very good understanding of the laws actually, and various science and risk-based decisions, and the rationale behind the things actually.
Correct.
How they should be and why they should be in that way.
Correct.
So that helps actually to understand their the observation, and to develop the compliance strategy, and that helps.
Right. So in a case of Cipla, Dr. Vinzi help you out rather.
Yeah, Dr. Venjil and a few other consultants as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you never feel very pressurized of timeline and these warning letters and everything.
Yeah, it is always there. It is always there, and but we need to prioritize the things. We need to understand the criticality, and accordingly we need to work on that.
So you have climbed the ladders right from a lecturer to industry, and then the starting position of the industry, setting up the lab and everything, and now a quality head, right? So I really wanted to understand what were the differences of the role, like which you are playing. Like can you talk about that? Ki being a lecturer, being a
So I'll tell you that I had that kind of mindset, since the starting, and it's not that I'm just doing the work for the doing only. There was always a learning. There was always a responsibility, and that whatever we are doing, that should be perfect. So there should not be dependence on the other person who will check my work and who will be responsible for that. So it is always an ownership which is there. So the completeness of the work and the adequacy of the work.
correct. That so you talk about ownership. I think this is nowadays a management term. Ownership is lacking in people or whoever are working. So ownership is very getting very important term, right? Okay, if you don't have ownership or you are not putting enough passion into the work, the quality of that work may not be the great. So what's your thought on it?
Yes, yeah, exactly. Ownership is very much required actually. So it is if we are doing the work and we are not planning it ourselves actually. So it is always we should there can be a lot of work from the multiple directions, and there can be a timeline pressure as well. But we should to categorize it, what is urgent, what is needy actually, and always we should put 100% effort into that and make it perfect. So we should meet the timeline. At the same time, we should think that I'm responsible to answer for this. So that ownership gives a good result into that.
That's well said.
Yes.
So how your day looks like as a quality?
Yeah. So you see, it is a part of job actually.
Yeah.
And there will be team meetings will be there. At the end of the day, we are planning a quality product actually. So we feel that quality and supply both are important. If you are not supplying the quality product, there is no meaning to supply it. And if you are waiting for the quality and there is no clear cut navigation how to achieve it in a timely manner, then there is no meaning if the patient is waiting for the medicine. So yes, there is a time bound way we discuss as a team. Our production plans. Earlier there is a yearly plan, then there is a monthly, then it comes to the weekly, and then the daily. At the same time, we discuss that what is the quality things happening, how the what are the problems, how we can troubleshoot it in a quality way, and then in between we are validating our systems as well. And then what are the emerging trends into the day-to-day workings, right? So we understand from the team, and we take the rounds of the show floors, so to get the real test of what is happening in the area, that which is very much required actually. So and then the different sections we need to the team into the sections, the section leaders we need to meet, so that it gives a sense of again getting that somebody is meeting us, somebody is taking care for us. At the same time we get an opportunity to summarize the things actually, how that particular section function is working into that, whether they need any support from management to troubleshoot their problems.
Right. So what's your learning mantra? How you learn? How you keep yourself updated? Are you a book person or what kind of person are you?
So actually, like any science student, from especially the biology student who becomes to a doctor or go into the medical field. I had a similar plan, but I turned into the this pharma business, and now I feel that though it was not a well thought that I will be going into the pharma because I was a microbiologist, and initially wanted to become a doctor, then as a lecturer, and then I came into the pharma business. But I'm proud to say that a doctor can impact a life of maybe some number of the persons, or maybe number of the villages or the cities actually. But the medicine we are producing, we are impacting the lives across the globe actually.
Yeah.
And there is a n number of people, so we can we feel a much satisfaction into that if we can provide a quality product, it is impacting the life of millions of the people.
So don't you feel scared being a quality person? We read a lot about some products as creating a damages, some medicine are not of good quality and it has created damage.
Yeah.
So don't you feel that scared of?
Actually, that happens when there is only a focus on the production, and there is no science or risk management into the things. There is no planning at all about the quality. So we follow the concept of quality by design. So when you are developing a product, actually we need to look into the safety of the patient and the quality of the product both. So how the product will act into the patient's body actually, and whether it will be beneficial to him, there will be any what can go wrong with that product. So with respect to the product performance, with respect to the uh, contamination of the product, so all these things is taken care.
That's really wonderful. So towards the conclusion, Mahesh, so I wanted to really have one message for upcoming pharmacists who really are looking forward with the career in pharma industry. What would be your one leadership mantra?
Yeah, so I will say only one thing, and which is that it is not just a job actually. You have got a responsibility for so many people around us, because you are impacting the life of the millions and the billions of the people. So always we should work. We should understand the things. We should understand the science. We should understand the risk, and we should put our 100% honest effort. Not only just like a job,
Right.
but we should take the responsibility and the ownership.
Right.
We should understand the science, and we should understand the risk when we are taking the decisions with respect to the quality.
Wonderful. I think it's really well said. I think the ownership is one word which you use, and
Yeah.
which is very important nowadays. Taking the ownership of the stuff, putting it all your passion into it, and see that what kind of quality you are delivering. It's really wonderful. So Mahesh, I think your experience and your wisdom is really amazing, and thanks for contributing.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
It's pleasure. And that brings us to the end of an insightful conversation with Mr. Mahesh Kumar Saini. Today, we heard how real leadership is not about titles. It's about solving problems when they seem rigid, talking accountability when it's easier to pass the blame, and leading with the action, not just words. Mahesh's journey from microbiology to a pharma leadership, and his experience handling one of the Sun Pharma's toughest challenge remind us that true growth happens when you stay ready, stay sharp, and stay accountable. Thank you for tuning into the Voices of Pharma. Until next time, keep leading, keep inspiring.